Hi guys, this is MegaDragonoid. As you probably can see, I am playing Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth investigations. So yeah, we're trying to do some more of the first chapter we're in. Justin is pretty much guiding us through the way if he's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
And Sira helps us with some voice acting.
Hey guys.
But these are things you already said, bro.
Yeah. So what we need to do now, let's see, we need to present the secret safe at this particular statement.
Oh, whatever.
Objection.
You wish to continue insisting that Mrs. Bride was set on stealing something?
Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
It might be. You must also aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. Existence of which is only privileged to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that the hidden safe was part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt that. I will say the couple knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targets.
Yeah.
He's eating his metal.
Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then you are proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
In conclusion, that's definitely looking more and more proper. Well,
Probable.
what's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different subject in mind now?
Curses! Why? What made you? What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Then that means... Yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now you're claiming that the victim was the thief?
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me?
Huh?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she has stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
I couldn't! I could never do something like that! Not even such a security guard, sir!
Sus, even if he was a thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
Mr. Portman, are you honest accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense.
Has he had no honor?
He's saving his own ass!
Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But sir...
We have no choice but to ignore his request for now.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Portman, we will meet again.
If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear?
Wait, game. Save! Press the save button to save. Press the R button to press R. Press the L button plus L to press L.
March 14, 4:18 a.m. Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. Also, that is a very early time to do stuff. What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir.
But we ain't kicked out of the crime scene.
True. So then, what now?
Looks like my life's falling into another gigantic ditch.
Don't despair, Miss Bride. We overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Yeah, really, sir?
For an example, this hallway. Let's bring up our argument against Miss Bride is relative to the master key. In that case, the hallway is a perfect place to look for more information, trying the mystery surrounding my door.
Prosecutor's Building. Alright. So, let's see. We want to examine the left rightmost sofa and examine the object that's underneath that sofa.
Okay, I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious looking knock and creaking. Okay.
Apparently, the doll looks clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think.
However, the CVS, they did a good job on not leaving any clues behind. Yeah, oh, you said already. Interesting. It's...
Oh, isn't this that missing O series file, sir?
no doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing. A thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So, what are these O files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly, it's just a collection of court cases files. However, cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I charged with keeping them as they were.
Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It should seem so. The pages related to the case from 10 years ago are missing.
I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case.
Okay, so we check the sofa.
Right, so then, the stolen file was replaced with stolen O series file. Talk to Maggie.
Look who is that!
No!
Look who's there! Oh, buddy.
It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find the upper hand and punish the killer according post haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
How graceful, I keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? We recognized him in a second, and he's like, who was he again?
So yeah, you have to talk to Maggie now.
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
Always being a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream where my being was activated by the Miles Edgeworth.
I can't let this chance pass me by. I remembered to ask her about the master key. So I jog her memory up by showing the notes to present through the present button.
So you want to talk to about the victim first?
You've ever met the victim before?
And a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Fate was always playing basketball with Mr. Portman, sir.
That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd have loved to play with them.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Fate ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with them.
Miss Maggie Brand, correct? I take that you are acquaintance of the detective.
She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day, she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit.
As if we don't know that case file.
Case file of a murder scene from her case file, which he is innocent.
She was innocent.
Law to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out from the night.
You're caught in this whirlwind of the case, correct?
Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Huh?
I know the feeling. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the ninth floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, explained almost every kind of disaster. And now I'm even imagined to be named a criminal just when I become a security guard.
That's a lot going through in one lifetime.
Wanna hear mine? I have a really bad life. I know, and when I thought I had finally found my happiness.
Well, I know enough, and I think it's not related to this actually.
Maybe tell us another time, Sira. I think that sort of thing should be saved for like a private thing, not on recording.
Hey,
Not to be
by a car. My feet. I still have a scar when my brother just drive over me with his bike when I was like a small child. Still have this scar.
I don't know.
Always bad luck. In a little corner. Yeah, people, there is sometimes there's bad luck. But that means that we'll learn from something.
Totally true. You see your line, Shira?
Click. I wind up getting you, and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bite. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. I'll solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask you in return is for your cooperation.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
Okay, so now we did that.
He's
Okay.
happy.
Let's have a look. You gotta present the master key to her now.
Alright, that's possession. Ooh.
So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on a ledge where the security room's reception window was. But I'm sure that between those two times it was not just gone but stolen, sir.
Alright.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
Not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside of the room, away from the window.
Always, you say, except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit I was a bit careless, but I had it on. But all my reasons. I left it out because I was sure of using it at the time. It was after I used it that I left sitting out on the ledge.
She used the master key? Okay, what now?
So, ask them about what she needed to use the master key for.
Oh, here. What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I used it to open the door from this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right?
What is it?
I just remembered the prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portman, sir.
What? Please tell me more, Miss Bright. Quickly.
It was 12 a.m. Mr. Portman had forgotten his office key, so he came out to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him?
Hey, to get regulations to all my lawn, the master key out of anyone. Walked in with Mr. Porter to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see.
And then, oh wait, that's going.
And then, what happened after that?
He called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for stake's sake, one forgetting prosecutor used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that you never left your keys at home, detective. This calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portman's door. Okay, let's do that then. The door is locked tight. Yeah, I bet an old credit card wouldn't work here. Oh wait, that's your bro.
I bet your credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. There were pretty invisible and ravaged cat burglar get through them.
Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Room 1203. I take this is Mr. Portman's office.
Because the basketball hoop, sir.
Oh, that reminds me, Mr. Portman actually wanted it.
No, but that's Miss Bird's line, bro.
Oh. Pfft.
reminds me, Mr. Portman had a cutie wanted room while ago too, really badly. But since they were already corrupting at Mr. Edgeworth, we put him on the next door, sir.
So that was Mr. Portman. So particularly getting 12 too.
I'm sure, but I bet because something like this birthday is December the 2nd. Hey, that's soon.
Yeah, kind of funny. It's kind of soon, yeah.
Over 3 days. It's the 2nd December.
Maybe not for you two, but for us it is.
That's what I want to say now.
Sorry.
Gumshoe.
Yup, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why.
I can think at least 3. Ah, why do I even waste time thinking about this?
That depends that your brain is active.
It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. That's your line, bro.
This? Oh, yeah. I can't
What?
believe he put it something like this in the hallway of the prosecutor's office.
But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
Have I at the same office and yet you still manage to get lost? What am I supposed to inspect, bro?
Just having a look now. Let's see. You've done talking to Maggie. Talk
Check
to
the
her
door
about.
with the doorknob. Well,
Okay, so you gotta use your logic. You have to connect the master key to the master key.
but there's no master key regular. The
So master key was stolen to use the master key. Yeah. There you go. So you connect those two.
But I'm afraid there is a flaw in your story.
What? Pal, sir.
You said you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at 1:30, correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
By you, Mr. Edgeworth, you saw the construction like a pro. I totally forgot all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, couldn't I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended?
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like it was locking up, sir. So I'm a security guard. You never did to relock the door, oh wait, that's your line.
Yeah. So actually, you never did relock the door then.
But maybe you could go lock it after I found the key. Got to think of it. I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. So we can enter. Enter, enter. Let's go enter. Open the door.
Door is locked tight. Very well we did. So what now, bro?
Alright, examine the door. We already examined the door. Examine the doorknob. You've examined that the door is locked. Deduce the doorknob. Do you have the deduce?
Is this the spot where someone connect any evidence I hold?
key, the master key, the master key, the master key.
Is that the right
Then
selection, bro?
must be present Mr. Portsman's office.
So yes.
Yeah.
Eureka!
There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. What if Miss Raya said is true? Why is this door locked tight?
Huh? You know, you're right.
I'm always right. I'm Mr. Right. Oh wait, that is wrong.
You're Edgeworth. You're just on the edge.
Mr. Bright, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I am certain of it, sir. I don't think Mr. Poppet knows this himself if I hadn't.
Which means, what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bright opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door, but how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is examine these. Why do I feel it's the prints on the number plate?
Prints on the doorknob. The prints on the doorknob, bro.
Prints on the doorknob tells us everything.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, pal. Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out?
There's no need for such brilliant nostril flaring, detective.
But Mr. Fate's prints on the doorknob.
So only 2 people prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty help decisive.
Decisive, yeah. Huh? I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logical, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well.
Maggie.
I didn't need to look it up. I really know it. Do you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean...
Yes, the door that Miss Bright opened couldn't have been on this one, but a different one. Okay. What do you have here? I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious-looking brain. Huh. What's this?
Paper.
Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir.
Okay, sir!
Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it.
It looks like a note from the victim. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone. Looks like you're out. I guess I'll catch up with you later, buddy.
Yeah, and it's from Mr. Portsman.
From?
No, 4. It says 4.
Oh. Sorry, it sounded a bit different.
Okay, so what are we looking for now? Examine the base of the basketball hoop.
Okay, we'll check it in a bit.
Excuse me.
You piggy!
It's not a pig.
And I'm just joking around.
Do you want me to do that voice, or do you want to do that voice, Sira?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning, finally at 145 pounds.
Congrats, but I was asking about this hallway in this room.
Everything okay, sir?
Word of advice, stay focused and or may start to lose even more weight. What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Finally, I can sleep.
Hey, didn't you used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago?
When and why was it indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it in himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor?
That's a long way to go.
Ah, but I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it says the base of it.
Oh, this way, and now I see it. Look at it.
You need to examine Edgeworth's door and examine the doorknob of
Bro,
Edgeworth's door. Yeah,
did you see
there's
it?
something there. It's a bit hard to
been
tell
replaced.
exactly what it is.
What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, detective. I just found a position of this hoop to lift it off.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
Position of the hoop is definitely unnatural. Better take a look, take a note of this.
Investigation complete.
Looking around this hallway, it's actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat. Real culprit of this case.
Mr. Edgeworth? Be right back.
Yep. As long as my logic is sound, then yes. That's why I'm behind this murder rather than supportment. And now we have to play the waiting game. Alright, bro, how many recordings what you want to do today?
I think I can only do one.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. By the way, guys, this video has been sponsored by Monster Energy. Hashtag not sponsored. But now for the official sponsor. This video has been sponsored by DCH, computerhandel. Computer store for, well, Zuid-Holland. And if you ever need help with computer problems, they are the guys that does their job. Alright,
Back.
welcome back.
What? Mr. Portman?
I knew it. That's exactly what my logic sensors were telling me to. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir.
It's anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on the truth's door.
Knock knock.
March 14, 5:12 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Portman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir.
Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pause it here. Good catch. Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this.
Bonk!
Well,
still
here's
gets it.
Detective Gumshoe.
Gets a buck on his head, poor thing.
End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
A moment.
What?
It's no joke. We know, Mr. Becuase Sportsman, that you are a guilty party in this case.
No? You must be pretty upset. Getting chased out of your own room? I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way.
You intend to hide her crime under the guise of prosecutor doing his job. You see through type paper thin mask you wear upon your coil.
Haha, who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years? But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence of that guy. It really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know?
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they work. The only thing you should be using the mouth of yours for now to explain yourself. Although that's only the dig hole deeper either way. Game is up.
Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? Here we go.
Yeah, that's funny. Bro?
I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
Sorry, but we're not finished. Yet.
Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something.
I will show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence. Okay, bro. Tell me.
Alright, so you want to present the master key to the third statement
Correct.
when he says besides.
Objection, my friend. I believe you were able to open my office with master key nonetheless.
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Precisely, you were able to open the door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct.
Hmm?
That's right, you use your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Am I right?
Yep, you're right, 100%.
You had asked Miss Right to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know?
The room you had Mr. Bright open at the time was not your own, was it?
Hmm?
Sure?
I remember her saying that it was room
What?
1202.
What?
Go ahead, bro.
Ah,
You have quite the imagination. Ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
certain that was Mr. Portman's door, sir. I checked the number plate that was make sure I was open the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Hmm. You want to rebut that you could easily that he could have easily exchanged the door plates.
Yeah, and not only this.
Yeah, okay, but
So maybe he replaced the basketball hoop to Edgeworth
I'm just
door.
reading. Yeah, okay. I'm just reading what it says here, bro. It says, Edgeworth rebuts that Portsman could have easily exchanged the door plates, and he would have had another good way of tricking Maggie into thinking it was his office. Oh, okay, yeah. So you present the basketball hoop. Okay, all right. Sorry, I got a little bit confused by the wording of this thing there.
Yeah. Yet if it had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted.
Ha! And how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our door, or for example.
Light out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you use one other thing to give it a very strong impression. The door he was opening is yours and not, in fact, mine. As we already know. Am I right?
Yep. You do it, bro. That's correct.
Sira?
That's what I thought. I told that one.
Okay. It's quite a regular figure in a hallway, let alone a hallway in a building. Which is why it left unusual strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside of the office of a particular prosecutor.
Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door was opening had to be Miss Portman.
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. You're sitting in front of my office to be sure.
I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack.
Yeah.
Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had to go open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
He's intending to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears.
Indeed, it is correct. It was yesterday.
I have, you know, it just was yesterday.
Please calm down. For I intend to show who the one coughing in slime here. Go ahead, bro. Tell me.
Alright, so you want to present the note left by the victim on the third statement.
Objection!
That was a lie.
What are you talking about? How is that a lie?
This is a note from the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman.
A note?
It was left on your door, or did you not notice? Right here it says, but you are out.
Hmm.
We're not in your room when the victim came to call on you. Then where were you and what were you doing? Shall I explain in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room Miss Bride opened for you.
Objection!
Just nonsense. You have no evidence that I would made to go open your door for me?
Oh, but I do. I have the very good. I have evidence.
No way!
This is positive that you had Miss Bride open the door for you. Think this.
Hang on. You want to present the Mr. Portman's office. Yeah.
You had your door dusted for prints.
My door? Ha! What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time.
Right, I didn't find anything. Definitely not Mr. Bright fingerprints.
Prince, what did they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door, her prints should be naturally on the doorknob she touched.
Yeah!
Further, all the prints on my office knob have been all wiped clean off. You can only assume it because Mr. Bright fingerprints were on it. You think it's time for you gave up your charade? No, you stole into my office with intent of stealing something from me. And that fate found you out. Also because he heard sound coming from a room whose occupied was on leave. Mr. Borisman, you killed Fate to silence him. I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to treat me as an escaped. As I said, you had the gun to my back. No one gets away with committing murder in my office. Wow, that was a good evil laughter, bro. Wow! Almost gave me shivers. You, Sira?
Perhaps. Sure.
And just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of seriousness on the face of this officer's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Just explain it all. And you're even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to slap me and just admit to the crime already.
And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. You made it up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example.
You're saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters. Although, that's no excuse.
There's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you don't notice a note that size.
Ah, but you can't prove that, can you?
Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back it up for me, yes, sir.
Horseman makes a good point. I can't prove that he simply overlooked it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only realized that I had one just now as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 AM, correct?
Was this not back at 2:30?
I don't think so. Hey. And it was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs.
Yeah, there are offices nearby.
Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Come on in.
We
Hey,
got really interested in that movie, but we'll definitely have the stories tomorrow, all right?
tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. What movie are you watching?
Oh, that Queen Latisha.
Oh, the singing
What
one.
about the holiday?
Yeah,
It's really
okay.
good.
Yeah, alright, that's fine. Yeah.
We got really interested in it.
I'm actually doing a recording with a friend at the moment, so it's all good.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
you enjoy your movie.
Oh, it's over now. I'm going to bed.
Oh, okay, I'll try and keep it down, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
That's alright. Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay. You really think it's that perfect?
Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself.
Detective comes you?
Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 AM. You see?
All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. There must be a contradiction point in his alibi somewhere.
So you need to press on everything that he said.
You're correct, it was around 2 AM.
Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time.
Remember checking my watch then. And no mistake, it was 2.
Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
It was as you say, however.
Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw?
It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you?
Beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated.
Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
You paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit.
Yep. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Well, you did go and ask around to confirm your testimony.
And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve.
Ugh. Possible he actually does have a perfect alibi.
What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Miss Edgeworth? Heck, I think we've reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there!
Yeah?
Sir? Sir?
Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie!
Issue.
There's nothing I can do. Must be a way to turn this situation around. I had a clue. Did something miss something? Help us on this alibi. Calmly think this through one more time and watch it. Okay, bro.
Alright, so you want to connect the alibi to the handgun.
Like this?
Yep.
There are 2 bullets left at the crime scene of crime. That was robbed Mr. Fate of his life. One nearly robbed me from my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows sign of being fired once, meaning that it was entirely possible. Second gun was used in my office tonight. Seeing how the killer had to steal Mr. Fate's gun, but the killer had another gun up his sleeve. Therefore, the second gun have been probably an entirely different person. Could mean other person who paid us a visit at my office tonight. This is hard to figure out.
It's the only 2 options you have.
Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, it should be also resolved to the issue of why my cells were ended twice. And we know that the police were disturbed once before and once after the murder. More than much of us stretch to think that it was the work of a different person. 2 different
Two
people.
different people.
Once the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. Which again, after the murder by the second culprit, was the owner of the second gun. He is supposed to be second culprit gun was One was pointed at my back. Mr. Portman, it seems that I need to make an observation regarding this case.
Great, so you finally come to your senses.
What?
Sir, what are you saying?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed the person I ran into was the killer, but might not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just average thief.
A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all, simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means the actual two culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, two?
It explains both why my cells were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Port's tricked Miss Bright gained entry into my office.
Now you're just leading the argument. You still haven't any actual proof, you know?
You please go along with my hypothetical scenario from now, Mr. Portsman. And you are really innocent. You should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portman was out to steal something from me. Because he checked my secret safe and ransacked my cells. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. Then just when he was about to somewhere else, should have walked in but his own partner, Mr. Fate.
But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
Probably had business with Portman, which is why he was in the area. Then when he will notice something was coming from my office, should be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out.
Correct, and as a detective that was the right thing to do.
He came in and saw his own partner standing there.
Because it was Mr. Portsman and Mr. Fate probably let his guard down. Mr. Portman was not so merciful as he let him leave alive. Waited for a chance, stole him Mr. Fate's gun from him, then killed him. Silenced Mr. Fate for catching him in the fact of stealing. That was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he also left a big dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that.
Well, if things are as simple as that, then it would be solved, however. But yet another visitor in my room, that this is where it gets complicated.
There was another?
Being naughty outside, so I brought her in.
Naughty.
Barking, bark, 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 bark.
Dog. Visitor, sir?
Is everything okay there, bro?
Yeah, apparently Raven was barking at something, I don't know what, but She was outside barking, so they just let her back in. They just wanted me to know.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Yes, this is the other person objective. Also to steal something from me. And then even after Mr. Portman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, so they stole the master key from the security guard room. And then entering my room, searched through my sieves. But the second time they just were disturbed, he found their prize.
The stolen O files, right, sir?
Correct, only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. Second bullet was fired during the brief encounter.
So the shell's getting messed up twice, and the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times.
Precisely. Now, do you see Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Fate's killer. Although for the time frame which I ran into the other person, is now irrelevant. Help!
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first Robert's visit.
What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial.
Huh?
Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Grr, Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir.
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Say that, sir.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie, I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct.
I'll shut the door.
Alright, let's do this, the second alibi. That thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that real thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
Do you think we should be out there looking for the... Sweating. He's sweating.
Of course. Now isn't the time to be wasting time on dead-end discussions.
I don't think that it's a dead end at all. I find your alibi fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we?
Ah.
No, he's like, no, he was here. Scene of the crime. Need to find a way to prove it. Okay, bro.
Alright. You want to press on the fourth statement.
2, 3. Why did you go there with me, Mr. Fate?
That's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know, those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits.
And what of the evidence you brought?
They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. You want to present the note?
I can't present yet, bro.
Yeah, when the time comes, I mean.
Yeah. This piece of testimony seems to be crucial to let it slip through the cracks. Objection! Objection, my friend. Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is you fail.
Excuse me?
Failed as prosecutor, Miss Barman, but you intended to keep evidence hidden from me.
What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you.
Well, here's a piece of I think you should read carefully.
Mr. Fate was bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman.
I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic.
Lol.
Objection! Where is this missing piece of evidence?
It's...
You have it, don't you? Only the guilty will make such a face. Detective Gumshoe!
You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Well, don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me. No!
Oh my god, this is sexual.
Hey, what's this?
It's a huge cock.
That's a dildo.
That's a nice cock you got there. A great beak. He had this on him, sir.
Oh, it's a sex video! Let's watch it!
It's a VHD.
Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
But why would he hide something like that?
Because of security.
Yeah, that's the only reason why anyone should hide evidence of this caliber. Because it will point him to that killer himself as the real killer.
Candy, chocolate. Oh,
Let's
it tastes like metal.
Let's examine this videotape a little more detail. The section of the tape that will drive the last nail to his coffin. Okay.
The security
Hello?
camera where... Ooh.
Where is
It's a blood
that? What?
stain.
Yeah.
Ah, that's blood, isn't it?
Yes, I believe this is.
It's blood.
You go ahead.
It's blood with an orange videotape.
Yes, I believe this is what.
Of course, this videotape has experience.
Yes, I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh.
You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong.
No amount of did not save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth.
Mm.
You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way on this tape?
Just
What was it at the moment of his death? Detective Faith had his videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
But even we were to examine this tape for fingerprints,
Yeah.
if I had to take a guess, let's say the only ones on here are belonging to the murderers you and Mr. Fate.
No, impossible.
ay 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 ay.
Did he just swallow his medal?
Yeah.
He just
I think he
swallowed
killed
his medal.
himself.
March 14, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And, as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool destruction skills outside the courtroom.
Deduction.
I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry so you got caught up in the murder in my office. Please accept my apologies.
It was nothing, really. Compared for what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that I was the only body and a murder at this time, sir. Had it been out the hold-up or a hostage situation, I have to throw my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from my goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail.
Yeah, probably. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why should you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
Forged evidence, huh?
And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons.
guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
I never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although we can be pretty certain it was to steal something.
This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh, well,
like Men in
well.
Black?
Miss Portsman not willing to disclose anything certainly leads me on to that rumor. She seems we haven't heard the last of this.
Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy?
Didn't say that, but rather there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we haven't figured out a specific piece of evidence. What do we present? I feel it's the book, but...
Hang on. You want to present the Stolen Zero series file?
Oh, then I got it perfect. Take that! The person who stole this file was the villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was that being me at gunpoint?
Edgeworth, sir.
Yes.
It came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
His card.
What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there?
Not
Wings.
just any bird. Mark of the raven. Three-legged raven. You should know what this is, detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That grey thief everyone's talking about.
Yes, it's the mark of the great thief, Becuase.
At least it's not Shelly the killer.
Indeed. The mark of the legendary bird was a noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Even mysterious and phantom-like, to use the Becuase appears and finishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goals, we do know the targets. Would you like to find and make public evidence of corporate deals of all sorts? If it's always performed in silence, always with perfection. If the target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or innocent is sent forth. Instead of chosen corporation, without even the target's notice. Days later, the evidence was found and sent out mass media. On this card, though it's been a single since the last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back.
What? Let me see.
It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files.
The person who stole the content of the file was Becuase. Becuase organization, quite a few keys are popped in history. Written in my office. Return of the great thief, Becuase. Heck, I can't say I see any events coming. They were alerted by the incidents began to occur 2 days ago.
My dog is here. The end.
Okay, that was a weird thing that appeared. Why that? Well, I'm not sure what is going to happen now. Saving. Okay. Hey, look who's back.
Oh, the Von Carne.
Yeah. Like here we know who it was, but here it is. Very known person.
It does kind of look like her, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It is her.
So guys, this is sadly it for this week. If you like the content so far, feel free to leave a follow, a subscribe, or comment below what you prefer of choice. I think this was also the new year you're in, I'm not sure. Huh? Check. Yeah, this is the new year.
Happy New Year!
So, Happy New Year, everybody. As you probably have seen, we have used a new intro. You're gonna see soon the new outro as well. If you like the content so far, feel free to leave a follow, subscribe, or comment below what you prefer of choice. You can also go to twitch.tv/MegaDragonoid where I'll be putting my streams on. You can also go to dvr.com/MegaDragonoid where I'll be putting my art down. And if Sira or Justin wants to do theirs, they can choose who wants to go first.
Sira, you can go first.
Going to my DeviantArt, you're just going to Sira the Hedgehog. For YouTube, you're just going to Princess Sira.
There you go, and now Justin can say his.
Well, my YouTube is Just Parodies Man, my Twitch is Just Parodies Miner, and my DeviantArt is Dr. Chester the First.
And there you go. So we will see you next time. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Peace, my Dragonoids.
Have a nice year. Peace.
Indeed.
Have a nice 2021.
Indeed.